channel Tarot Reading with Shaista. I'm doing a walkthrough today on the Crystal Unicorn Tarot by Pamela Chen. Alright, now this is something which has been out for a while now, this deck. It's by, it's illustrated by Lisa Higuchi, and it was a very talked about deck, and I think, if I'm not wrong, this deck's been around for a while now, perhaps a couple of years. And the casing, like you see, they're very pastel. It's by Luna Publications, Prosperity Publications. And what else does the box say? All right, it says, imagine, sparkle, manifest, poof yourself into the magical forest of the crystal unicorns where anything is possible. Tap into your intuition and connect with your crystal unicorn guides to find answers that you need right now. Let this colorful and enchanting deck help you dive into the world of tarot, heal with unicorns, and get obsessed with crystal magic. It's a handy 78 tarot deck. Great box. It's been with me for a couple of years. Like I said, it's one of my favorites. And it kind of lightens the mood. It's based on the Rider-Waite deck, and the graphics and calligraphy are by Karina Kometa. All right, and so this has a cute book, but let's just see what it looks like. So I've used this deck quite a bit, so it may not be in order. So it's a nice plain white deck inside. All right, it's a hard deck, so it's going to definitely keep your cards safe. It comes with the typical black and white book. It's not a color book. As you can see, it's more, it just talks about an introduction. It talks about what the tarot is. It talks about the crystals and unicorn, their connection. We also are told as to how to use the cards, how to prepare your cards before a reading, and tips for that, how to use your cards with crystals. It defines all the major arcanas, but very, very briefly, as you can see. It's just short little, with keywords. It tells us, and the best part is, like for example, the Fool, it talks about the Herkimer diamond, okay, the crystal alongside the arcana. Like the Hierophant is the lapis lazuli, the Emperor is the ruby, the Magician is the quartz, the Empress is the emerald, the High Priestess is the moonstone, the Lover is the Morgnat, the Chariot is the pyrite, Strength is the tiger's eye, the Hermit is the peridot, the Wheel of Fortune is the jade, the Justice card is the carnelian gem, the Hanged Unicorn is the aquamarine crystal, Death resonates with the black tourmaline, Temperance is the rainbow amethyst, the Devil the black diamond, the Tower is the garnet, the Star is the turquoise, the Moon is with the crystal embodies the selenite, the Sun has the sunstone, and the Judgment the fluorite, and the World the larimar. So there is, to every major arcana, there is a crystal associated with it. All right, not the minors, of course. Yeah, so it is based on the Rider-Waite, the rest of the deck. The four suits are your wands, cups, and pentacles, and swords. So that's as is. Like I said, it's based on the Rider-Waite. It's a pretty little paisley kind of a print all over the decks. Clouds, the unicorns, and crystals, and very, very paisley colors. So that's your book. Okay, it's a thin book. How many pages is that? Let's see. It's all of 45 pages. That's what you have here. Okay, just a small intro to everything. So that's your book. Let's move on to the cards. This is the back of every card, both ways. Okay, you can look at it like this or like this. It has two unicorns and very, very paisley print on it. Yeah, the deck of the card deck quality is great. It's good cards. It's like any good Hay House kind of a publication quality deck. I love, it's a standard size, so I don't see the cards being too large or too small. They're quite handy. It's not a very thick deck, it's like a regular deck size because it's 78 cards after all, completely based on the Rider-Waite. I'm just shuffling because it's anyways something that I've used earlier, so it's not in order. But let's just take a look. All right, so this may not be in order, guys, but I'm just going to run you through the cards. So the Seven of Cups, like I said, it's based on the Rider-Waite. The Strength, the Seven of Wands, the Death card. So the main central character in all these is the Unicorn. That was the Nine of Cups. The World. It's exactly like the Rider-Waite. It's just replaced by a person, has been replaced with a unicorn. The Tower. The unicorn's falling off. The Four of Wands, Celebration. The Moon. There's nothing dark about any of their cards. Like the Moon and the Devil are one of the scariest, and the Death card are a little scary and sinister looking in most of the decks, right? But this looks all paisley and very cute. I love the colors. The Sun. The Temperance. Four of Swords. Okay, these are some. Let me show you the Ace of Wands. The Hanged Unicorn instead of the Hanged Man. Just gonna run you through what really caught my eye. The Ten of Wands is this unicorn holding on to all the wands. This is so pretty. The Three of Swords, the Hermit. So yeah, so the general tone of all the cards here in this deck is very, very pastel, as you can see. Beautiful colors, a lovely, refreshing deck to use. Very easy to shuffle sideways. Let's shuffle. Let's see how I'm able to shuffle in different ways. Yeah, it's quite simple, very easy. The cards don't look like they're damaged. They look very lovely. I don't see any irregularity anywhere. It's a perfect deck in every sense. It looks lovely when spread. It has a lovely color palette to it. And a very happy deck to use. So that's my inputs on the Crystal Unicorn Tarot deck by Pamela Chen. Again, I always like to make that very clear that nobody has paid me or told me to go ahead and give a review on this deck. It's just simply me, my experiences with the decks that I use, what I think of their quality, what I think. I'm sure every tarot card reader has their own choices and their own interpretations of decks. I don't know how this worked for the others, but I loved working with these. And for people who are looking and exploring to look at more reviews on this deck, I just thought maybe I can just simply add on to making it easier for you when you're making that choice of buying your new deck. So this would be a good deck to try if you're a typical Rider-Waite Rider deck reader. All right, so this is going to help you make that choice, and I hope I've been able to help you. All right, I'll see you next week with something else. Till then, goodbye.